Why self-support matters. Well, it's kind of a big deal if we think about it. If you have your own children, building them up to be a self sufficient, reliable person is really important. And allowing them to know that they have what it takes inside of them to really be that person is so important for them, because there will be moments in our lives where we won't have outside support and we will need to understand how to pull that from us. And that's a great tool. Now, that doesn't mean that you're independent and you can do everything on your own. No, that means you have tools to help yourself when you need it and outside support to help you when you need that as well. So, welcome to another episode on support systems, an area of depression. Who holds you? And this is self support, becoming my own anchor. And this theme is all about learning to hold yourself when others aren't available. Even with friends, family, or professionals, there will be times when no one is available in the exact moment you're struggling. That doesn't mean you're alone. It means you need to know how to anchor yourself. Self support isn't about doing it all alone, it's about learning small ways to steady yourself until help arrives or until the storm passes. In this episode, we'll talk about how to become your own anchor, treating yourself with the same care you'd give a friend in pain. So, what self support is and isn't. Self support is not pretending you don't need anyone. It is about having tools and practices to care for yourself between moments of outside support. So, some examples are grounding exercises, journaling, and soothing self talk. So, think of it like carrying a small emergency kit. You may still need help, but you have something to hold you in the meantime. And it's important to have multiple things because there are some tools that we will use when we're allowed to get up and move around. So think about when you're at home, right? You can go for a walk. You could splash cold water, go have a cold shower. You could do grounding exercises, meditation, journaling. There's so much you can do at home when you don't have anything that's pressuring your attention. But let's say you're at work or you're at school. Well, you may be able to get up and go to the bathroom and splash some cold water on you, but like if you're in a meeting or a class where you can't get up, you're going to have those other tools, which is, do you write some things down that will kind of help get some stuff out of your head or calm you down so then you can focus? Is there a grounding technique that you could use or some deep breathing you can do? Your emergency toolkit should have plenty of tools, just like one would have, right? If you hurt yourself, you've got band-aids, you have something that's a cold compress. Maybe for something if you sprain yourself, right? If you get a burn, you've got something in there for a burn. You get a bee sting, something's in there for a bee sting. Lots of things to help you when you need it the most. So practicing self-support. So here are some practices. Journaling, write down what you feel without judgment. Grounding, focus on 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Soothing self-talk, place a hand on your heart and say, I'm safe, I'm here, this will pass. These aren't fixes, of course, they're anchors that keep you steady in the moment. And these really are also available for when we have a huge spike in emotion. Think about like a anxiety moment or a really sad moment or really angry moment, right? We have these tools to pull on. So if we notice our body tensing, we notice our stomach getting upset, we know we're having a spike in an emotion, what can we use to kind of bring that down so then we can start processing some things, or at least taking a breath before we react, because we want to respond instead. Here's a gentle reminder. I can be my own safe person when I need to be. So building a self-support toolkit. Create a list of 3 to 5 practices that work for you. Keep them somewhere visible on your phone, journal, or wall. Examples are play a calming playlist, step outside for fresh air, write a note to your future self, The more you practice when you're calmer, the easier they'll be to reach for when you're low. Here's an anchor thought. I carry anchors within me. What a great anchor thought, right? So, becoming your own safe place. Self-support isn't about replacing others. It's about being a steady companion to yourself in moments of need. In the next episode, we'll talk about building a reliable support net, how to bring together safe people, communities, and your own practices into one steady system that holds you. Here's some journal prompts for you. List 3 practices I can use when no one else is available: journaling, grounding, soothing, self-talk. Which one feels easiest to practice today? And write a compassionate statement I can tell myself in hard moments. And also, the best thing to do is to practice these tools before you get into those hard moments, right? So if we're home, feeling safe, got some anxiety, some depression, whatever, we can use these tools right then to bring us out. You can do exposure therapy too while you're at home. Think about the situations that are really tough on you, that spike those hard emotions in the past or maybe a future issue that could arise. Then what you do is you use your tools to help bring you down. Practice it like muscle memory. So when you're in the moment, it's no more than a muscle. You've practiced hundreds of times. You've already got it. You know you can do it. And that's how we build our toolkit and ourselves to be I don't want to say an easier person because that's not true. A more, a person able to effectively communicate their emotions and able to handle their emotions as well. And not allow things to upset us, right? We're responding, not reacting. So remember, you're not alone. Even when you're by yourself, you're capable of being your own anchor. Here's the comment section. Comment on anything in this video that you like. Anything on support systems, anything on your own support, your own anchor, depression as a whole, any hard emotion you may be having, or any hard part of your life that you're actually in right now. Or maybe you were just in it. And of course, any wins you have. We'd love to hear the wins as well. If you're having a hard time commenting on something, here's a question for you. What is one anchor that you have used that you realize you have inside of you? And if this video resonated with you, take a deep breath before you go. Let what you heard sink in. You're not alone on this journey, and you never have to do it all at once. If you're feeling it, like this video so others can find it. Subscribe for new content every day of every week. Here we do tiny steps, real talk, and honest healing. Once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you have a great day.